Although cats may seem like independent creatures that can fend for themselves, beneath that confident exterior lies a deeply sensitive being that is attuned to our actions and the environment. In this video, we've compiled the 15 most common mistakes well-meaning cat owners often make that could unintentionally break their beloved cat's heart. 15. Laser pointers. There's nothing more entertaining than watching your cat go crazy over a laser pointer. They chase that little red dot, then pounce on it, acting bewildered when it disappears. They must be having a great time, right? Not necessarily. While cats might find it amusing to chase the laser, the frustration of never catching it can actually irritate them. Experts suggest providing your cat with something they can actually hunt to solve this issue. You can guide your cat around the room with the laser and then direct them to a toy they can pounce on, giving them the satisfaction of catching their prey. 14. Not spreading their territory. Many cat owners, especially those living in small apartments or homes, want to maximize their limited space and try to keep all the cat supplies in one place. The litter box, water bowl, food dish, even the bed and toys, all crammed into one corner of a room. While this may save space and prevent you from constantly tripping over them, consider what it feels like from your cat's perspective. Imagine someone forcing you to sit next to the toilet. Cats prefer their food and water bowls to be away from where they eliminate. 13. Darkness. There's a common misconception that cats can see in complete darkness. Cats have amazing eyes with many rod cells, which are great at capturing light, even in low light conditions. Therefore, your cat can see better than you when the lights are dim. However, the key point is this: they can't see in total darkness. They need some light, just like us. If your cat is in a completely dark room, they may become quite anxious, especially if they are alone. 12. Too many toys. Your cat probably has a lot of toys. After all, what cat owner doesn't want to spoil their cat? You might think having more toys will make them happier, but you might find better results by removing some. If all the toys are always out, your cat can quickly become bored with them. Without any novelty in their lives, they can become depressed. 11. Hunting, eating, sleeping cycle. Many people think their cats would prefer to have food available at all times, so they don't have to wait until they feel hungry like humans do. They act like they're always hungry, so why not give them constant access to food? Picture a wild cat for a moment. What drives them to catch a bird or pounce on a mouse? Their hunting is primarily to satisfy their hunger. When your cat is chasing a toy at home, they're essentially mimicking their natural hunting instincts. If you leave food out for them all the time, they won't feel the instinctual urge to hunt or play when they want a snack because they won't actually feel hungry. Thus, they'll be in a constant state of satisfaction. The urgency to hunt disappears. After all, why expend energy chasing a toy when they're not hungry? Instead, feed them at specific times instead of leaving food out all day. Over time, they will start to look forward to those feeding times and will feel hunger and desire as the hour approaches. 10. How do you pick your cat? The correct way to pick up a cat is to place one hand under their ribs and lift them into the air, then cradle them against your chest. Their head should be close to your shoulder, and your hand should be underneath their back end. Other methods of holding a cat can range from uncomfortable to dangerous. For example, grabbing a cat by the scruff can lead to serious injury. While it was okay for mother cats to lift their kittens this way, your cat is no longer a baby. The skin on their necks is not designed to support adult weights. Holding them by their armpits may be less dangerous, but their dangling legs will be uncomfortable for them. Generally, when holding a cat, you should always ensure that their body weight is supported by you. 9. Making them vulnerable while they are eating. Cats are vulnerable when they eat, and as prey animals, this situation makes them extremely anxious. Different cats respond to this perceived risk in different ways. Some cats insist on eating only when their owners are in the room, while others prefer to eat alone. Many cats become upset when disturbed while eating or picked up, especially when someone tries to take food away from them. If you do this too often, you may cause your cat to lose trust in you. 8. Disturbing their most vulnerable areas. You may have heard that cats use their whiskers to navigate tight spaces. If a cat tries to squeeze through a narrow gap and their whiskers touch the sides, they understand there's a risk of getting stuck and will back off. However, if their whiskers can pass through, then the cat can go through. But what you may not know is that this only applies to tight spaces your cat is trying to get through. While you might expect your cat to dive into their food or water bowl, they won't enjoy eating or drinking if their whiskers touch the edges of the bowl. If this issue persists for too long, your cat may stop eating. 7. Not respecting their boundaries. Your relationship with your cat should be healthy, so you should always respect their boundaries. Many cat owners tend to be insistent on petting and stroking their cats, but sometimes cats can be closed off to contact. If your cat jumps away or seems irritated when you approach them, it's essential to respect their wishes. Pay attention to the areas your cat is comfortable with and try to stay within those limits, otherwise, your relationship may take an unwanted turn. 6. Choosing the wrong litter box. You might think that the best place for your cat to play is a litter box, but this could be a misconception. Many cat owners make a big mistake by keeping the litter in the wrong box. The proper placement and cleanliness of the litter box are very important for a cat. Cats want to keep their litter box clean, and if it's too dirty, they may prefer not to use it. 5. Messing with their sleep. Cats are not just lazy, they need to sleep for up to 16 hours a day. Their sleep pattern is all about conserving energy for hunting. Even if the only hunting they do is for the feather wand, frequent interruptions of their sleep can lead to more than just a bad mood. Cats experience both REM and non-REM sleep just like humans. During REM sleep, they can dream, so those little twitches and chirps you hear while they're asleep could mean they are dreaming of chasing mice or exploring vast, dreamy landscapes. Also, cats are crepuscular, meaning they are most active during dawn and dusk. 4. Mixed signals. So what do we mean by this? For example, if you let your cat jump on the counter one day and then scold them for the same action the next day, that's a mixed signal. It creates confusion. Cats learn from consistent interactions. When the rules keep changing, they can't figure out what is expected of them. It turns out this inconsistency can even lead to stress in cats. 3. Vertical space. Cats instinctively seek out high places for safety and comfort. It's in their DNA to find a spot where they can watch over their territory and feel secure from predators. The mistake many cat owners make is not providing enough vertical space. This can lead to a bored, stressed, or even overweight cat. They need that vertical challenge to keep them active and engaged. Without it, they might turn to less desirable activities like redecorating your curtains or exploring the tops of doors. 2. Social awkwardness. When something new comes into their environment, their first reaction might be curiosity, but it's often followed by caution. They need time to observe and decide that this new thing isn't a threat. Rushing this process, like forcing them to interact with a new pet or person before they're ready, will lead to stress. Cats don't just get used to new faces overnight. They rely on scent much more than sight to recognize and trust. That's why forced introductions can be so overwhelming. 1. The biggest mistake. Now, erase the biggest mistake, not respecting their nature. It sounds simple, right? But you'd be surprised how often this gets overlooked. Cats are not small dogs, nor are they furry little humans, and they come with a unique set of needs and behaviors. Understanding that your cat has instincts hardwired for hunting, climbing, and marking territory is crucial. These aren't just whims, they're survival strategies that have been passed down through generations of feline evolution. So when your cat is shredding your new sofa or zooming around the house at 3 a.m., they're not being spiteful, they're just being a cat. Do you want your cat to live longer and healthier? In this video on the screen, I'm talking about the reasons for your cat's happiness. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love this one too. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like.